With a story you will see only on 6, a Fort Lauderdale
check this out.
Man severely beaten, and police say someone broke into his home and attacked him. The suspect then took off in the elderly man's car. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Alina Machado. NBC6's Sofia Hernandez is outside of the apartment where this all happened.
Well, we know this elderly homeowner was taking out the trash off of his apartment here in Banyan Street to come back into his home to find a man going through his things. Security camera footage provided by management shows the moments that 48-year-old Joseph Soini entered the Leisure Beach South apartments. He's seen entering the elevator, going to an apartment upstairs. Less than 10 minutes later, he's back on the first floor, and you see him breaking into this apartment. 5 minutes later, you see the 75-year-old victim, who had just taken out the trash, returning home. It's in those moments that police say the apartment owner confronted Joseph, who then attacked the elderly man, struck him with a trophy, and attempted to strangle him. 10 minutes later, you see the suspect with the victim's bike leaving the apartment. Police say he also stole about $4,000 and took off in the victim's car. Almost 3 hours later, police, with the help of Broward Sheriff's Aviation Unit, found the car near 330 North Federal Highway. Officers, you can see in this picture, utilized the grappler to stop the stolen vehicle. Now, Joseph is being charged with grand theft auto and possession of narcotics. Now, as for the home invasion, officials are still investigating. And as for the victim, management tells me that he is still resting and that the residents here are like family and hope to put this behind them. Sofia Hernandez, NBC6 News.
Wow. Yep, that's what we got going on, man.
That's 4 years of constant crisis.
That's what we got going on. So this home invasion, what pisses me off is kind of like there's a lot of old people that actually still work. Okay, a lot of them are actually independent. They can take care of themselves. It's boy Eisner's Tactical, man, back with a video, man. I'm doing it kind of weird now because they took down CapCut, so I got to figure out my next editor thing, what it's going to be. But this is why we got to pay attention, man. Like YouTube, you're going to see some firearms. They're all safety check, clear. No one's around, safe control environment. I click 18 over for my content, following all YouTube guidelines. This video was uploaded, so clearly nothing happened. But yeah, man, this is why, both my grandparents, my parents, everybody's gone, so I don't have no older people really to look out for. I guess I'm going to be next. I'm going to be the old person pretty soon. But my point is, if you got grandparents, old people, now, granted, if they live across the country and you live on the other side of the country or 2 or 3 states away, you probably can't do too much. But if you live near your some seniors in your family, you should go check on them, man. Do a lot of their errands for them, fortify their security system. If they don't have firearms, try to convince them to at least have a 22 or something, or a soft shooting 9mm. Even old people, I think they can squeeze off a 9. You know what I'm saying? You might want to get one with a longer barrel, so make it a little easier. 22, you can squeeze that off. Just try to train them. At the end of the day, this man was taking out his trash. So how do you defend taking out your trash? And that's what I was saying, man. If the evil is going to strike, it's just gonna strike no matter what it is. You can't. That was broad daylight too. Like, this man taking the trash out broad daylight, and have that happen to him. And he had 4 racks up in there. He had $4,000 inside the house too. That's enough to make a goon want to take you out. And it makes you wonder if he was even stalking this man. You know what I'm saying? Makes you wonder, because a lot of these criminals, man, they're diligent. They'll scope out an area. And they like soft targets, 75-year-old man. He didn't go rob some 23-year-old dude or a 30-year-old dude that worked out or something like that. He didn't try to do that to them. He went for a soft target. So at the end of the day, old people are soft targets. Women are soft targets. Women and children, single moms, all the people are soft targets, man. So if you know anybody that fits that description for a soft target, you might want to look out for them, man. Like check up on them. And at least to have them understand it's safe control environment. YouTube, clear firearm. There's nothing inside here. Empty. There's nothing in here. You might want to get them armed up and train on some sort of firearm. I'd like shotguns for home defense. Again, you still should have a pistol anyway, but at the same time, shotgun is an excellent home defense firearm for home invasions and stuff like that. And a criminal wants to come inside your house. Doesn't have to be this one, but this one gives you a tactical advantage because it's shorter and you can maneuver around corners, so to speak. And you definitely have capacity on your side. You know, this thing holds 16, 15 2 3/4 shells, 15 shells. So anything more than that, it was an assassination attempt. It wasn't no home invasion. So you wouldn't have to worry about reloads. And if you did have to reload, you would have a lot of areas where you can carry extra ammunition on your firearm with you. But for the most part, you know, a shotgun is an excellent home defense to get a perpetrator up off you in your home. But these home invasions are going to keep going on. Things are just getting desperate. People are just, times are getting desperate. Again, you got a new president coming in. Someone's going to have to try the system and see how far they can go with their criminality. And we're just going to see how it goes, man. But one thing is not going to go away is criminals kicking in people's doors and taking advantage of soft targets and trying to find some way to victimize somebody, take their livelihood and possibly take their life. So again, if you know you got a grandma, grandmother, or someone that just had surgery, can't get around well, things of that nature. And that's another thing. Don't be putting everything on Facebook. So if your grandmother just went to the doctor and had her knee replaced or hip surgery, or your dad or something like that had back surgery, don't put that on the Facebook that your dad's in the hospital having back surgery. First of all, you tell them that the house is empty first. Now they know the house is empty, okay? And then the second thing is, if they know they had a surgery, they know they can't really get up and defend themselves. So a lot of this stuff, it's not this particular crime, but a lot of these crimes happen because they tracking people off their social medias, maybe a relative or something, somebody you hang with that's not really your friend, and he's looking at your social media and it's like, oh, my auntie and so-and-so are going to France next week. Well, if your auntie's home get robbed, and you wouldn't even think that, like, oh, maybe my friend did that. How'd they find out? How'd they know she was gone? Boo, 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 boo. Well, they've been probably tracking your social media, because a lot of people like to tell people when they leave. They like to check in. I'm checking in at the Disneyland in Los Angeles. We flew from Lexington, Kentucky to Disneyland. We're going to enjoy our 7 days in Los Angeles. Well, if someone knows where you live in Lexington, Kentucky, they know your house is empty. Unless you had somebody house sitting or you had your neighbors really looking out for you. But in today's world, a lot of people don't even talk to their neighbors. That's another problem. I don't have that problem where I live. Even in San Diego, my neighbors, my left to the right, we knew each other and talked to each other. So not everything, but enough to establish a confidence that we wouldn't sell each other out, so to speak. And that's why you have to associate with people that have things in common with you. I never really associated with people that didn't have kids or weren't into family type stuff. I always kind of stayed away from people like that. So that's another part, man. You have to associate yourself with people that are like-minded, and it gives you a better chance of keeping the lay of your land safe. But again, if you got old relatives or something like that, or auntie or uncle or grandfather or something like that, go check up on them, man. Make sure they okay. Do a welfare check. Make sure they doing good, and try to do a lot of their errands for them and stuff like that. Laundry, if you had to go to the laundry house, or maybe you could put a stackable washing machine inside the house. Things that so they don't have to really go out a lot, and people can get a drop on what they do daily, man. But yeah, man, pretty sad home invasion. That old guy didn't deserve that. That dude probably worked his whole life, had a pension, laying back, trying to live his best life at 75, and then he has that happen to him. So again, it can happen anytime, anywhere. But if we keep an eye on our soft targets, man, we can lower the chances of them being victimized, man. So let me know what you guys think about this home invasion, man. This is crazy, man. And let me know if you got any old people that y'all check up on and do errands for, take them to the doctor. Do y'all tag team? Do you got a brother live in town, and does he spend nights there, and then the next weekend you stay over there or something like that? But whatever it is, man, we gotta make sure we're looking out for the soft targets, and try to make sure that we have them covered for a lot of little things to keep them from being victimized, man. Anyway, man, and and also, like I said, get some protection too, you know. But again, I don't know what's going to protect you taking the fucking trash out in broad daylight and then you all of a sudden get robbed. I mean, that's just crazy, man. At some point, we got to just stop blaming the victims and saying what they could have done different, what they could have did this. It's probably not too much he could have done. The only thing that probably the camera caught the whole thing, but it still doesn't, again, it catches the whole thing, but it doesn't stop the act. So it is what it is, man. Hey, Eyes and Ears Tactical, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Peace.